Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Ashes Wednesday. Today, there's a lot of fun stuff happening, like Steven fixing this mic. There it is. You ever see a movie and you can kind of see the mic sometimes?
Sometimes you can. It's usually a bad movie.
I forget what movie I was watching recently, and I caught one. It's just a little scene. Just had a little. You can see the mic. Anyways, Steven's fixing the mic. Steven's back. I'm glad you're back.
Happened in like Game of Thrones or something. There was all sorts
a Starbucks cup in the background of Game of Thrones scene.
Oh, great.
At some point.
Well, they cared a lot.
Then they fixed it, and there was also some guy in jeans in one shot, like in the background. Yeah, it's a story. Anyways, glad to be here. Happy to see everyone.
What's up, Josiah? Oh, Josiah isn't Josiah's the inventor of this here Ramia deck.
You mean the deck you're gonna keep playing because it's obnoxiously good?
Here's what I'm gonna keep playing. It's not obnoxiously good. It is very good. Maybe obnoxiously so, but I'm not playing it for that reason. Of all the things that you know about me, you know that that's not my MO. But what I do think is that it's a great deck to get better at the game with. Yeah. Because it feels like there's this it's like the One Ring, right? It's like if you could only but harness its true power, then you could take over all of Middle Earth.
Yes, the entire land would be yours. So we didn't stream last week.
Do you know Ashes? Is there a land? Is there like the name of?
There is. Yeah. I don't know it offhand.
Somebody in chat probably knows it, right?
But I'm not. I'm actually going back to grab the previews from last week too.
Oh yeah, we need to cover previews. We got to talk about these things.
Yeah. So we didn't stream last week, and there were previews last week. I think. Have we covered the Sunshield Sentry? I think we did.
And the reflection card.
This was posted.
Nice logo.
August 4th. That was last week. We didn't stream last week. Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Haven't covered that. So just a second before we get to that. So we're going to cover some previews. We're going to show some cards like I showed last week. We posted the Aerodel promo card. Let's show that real quick. I want to talk about that for a second.
Oh, there's better promos too. You know the other one, right? You seen the other one?
I have seen it.
You sent it to me, I think so.
If you're unfamiliar, we have a Discord. I did.
So you probably
we have a Discord league on Wednesday nights in our Discord channel, and I think we can pop the link for that channel. Even if you're not going to be part of the league, that Discord channel is good to be in. Lots of great discussion happening about Ashes and every other game that we care about and play. But Wednesday nights, even if you're not in the league, you can show up 8 p.m. Central Time. There's tons of people. I think we're around 80 people right now playing in the Discord League, which is really cool for a game like Ashes to see so many people playing it. But this promo, that Aerodel, we'll pop it back, along with some others, is going to be our Season 2 League Alt Art exclusives. And these you get them as long as you play 8 of the 12 weeks of the league. You're going to get these. We will be charging for this league in the not-so-distant future, I think next week, technically. And once we charge, there's no other way to get in to this league. So if you want this promo, and then I believe one of the other promos is Miss Spirit.
Did you see Cole in there too?
I think so. We can go ahead and show him.
You want to show Cole? This Cole is the best Cole. This is the one. There's the Miss Spirit, of course. Now we've seen the Miss Spirit before. You have some.
Yeah. So some of these promos were previous promos, but the old promos were using the print on demand technology, so the card quality is just a little grainy and it's not the same as like a standard Ashes thing. So we're bringing a lot of these back, and you'll sense the theme, which is we can go ahead and pull Cole.
Do you have the Cole there, Bryce? You don't have Cole? He's in there somewhere, man.
Got the original one.
No, the original? Is he misspelled or something?
Well, I guess you'll have to come back next week.
We can text Jonathan and see if he's in there. Or you know what?
No, it's not Cole. It's not Cole. It's Noah.
It's
Redmond.
Noah. You're right. It's Noah. That's on me. Look at this Noah.
There he is. So the promos for Season 2 are going to be Noah, Aerodel, and then some Miss Spirits, which you can get just for playing.
Hold on,
then
I'm gonna look at
the promos from this particular season, like we have that Mayoni still that we'll pull up. So we are waiting to receive these physically, and once we have them, there won't be anything going on. But we intend to send Mayoni and the rest of the promos. I think it was Gilder was another one of those that I'm really excited about. As soon as we, the first league is ending this month, because we're in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, if you didn't get in, so these are the things you're not getting.
That's right. But if you played in at least 8 of the weeks, and some people are still trying to check off, week 8 participation weeks, these will be sent as soon as we have them, which will hopefully be sometime next month. But we'll keep you posted. We're still waiting to receive all that, and then at that point, it should be smooth sailing.
Then we send it out.
I've also noticed
receive it, send it.
We posted the Aerodel last week, and I was excited to see people sign up for the league.
Oh yeah, people that drive.
It worked.
That drive.
Yeah.
Promo cards work, man. We're all not better than that.
I love that Aerodel art.
Noah is the one that does it for me.
All right, well, we know who we're playing.
Aerodel looks like it's like this is my final water blast to see if I can, not lose.
To me, it looks like her flavor text is she says, "I'm sorry," and she's like crying in the picture.
Oh.
So it's like, she knows what she has to do. She just doesn't know if she has the strength to do it.
That's right. I have to definitely moisten this thing in front of me. I'm just not sure.
Keith McDaniel in chat saying just signed up for the Discord League. Bring it on. It's super fun. And if you're new, so this is what's crazy. This is actually where I wanted to go with all this. So I played against people that are literally going through all the pre-con decks, and that's what they're playing. So I've been playing my Odette deck a lot on the league. And they're just literally rolling through the pre-con. So that's funny. And then there's people doing the reconstructed decks.
Right on.
Which was a cool series they did on the Plaid Hat website with basically, like, here's a different version of the same character using the stuff. Then, like, last week, neither of our opponents showed up. So I actually got to play against Nick. He's participating in the league, lead designer. And my goodness, did he reveal how awful I am at this game.
Did he?
Yeah. So
I heard he wasn't very good.
He's not. He's really not.
But I'm
what
worse.
Does
that say of you?
Yeah, I'm just horrible. He was getting ready for that Shuffle Bus tournament. It's a little more, I think, a competitive environment that they play on like TTS and stuff. And so he was really trying to test and tweak his list. And I'm sure he was thinking, I need to play against someone I can get a good game against. And he thought of me. And
his first
he was wrong.
Yeah, first
he was
mistake
just
there.
wrong.
Yeah.
But what I ultimately want to do is, and we can look at your deck as well for the same reason. But last time we played a couple weeks ago, it was very clear we were both using decks that were on a different level. I could feel it. It's like there's more going on here than I have ever appreciated.
That's right.
And Nick, in his first 5, had one. Of course, it's a real first 5.
What did he do?
He dunked on me.
Did he win the game?
Have you seen the end of Space Jam?
First time I've seen.
He's like Michael Jordan from half court.
Yeah.
Doing that kind of a thing. I have the cards so I can actually show.
You can actually show the thing. Because I feel like this one has the potential to do that too. Isn't this the one that does the sweep the cards and play them all again? You can look at
that's the one that had the look at the top of either player's deck.
Yeah, this
over
is
and over
me.
and over again.
Yeah, this is it.
It was crazy.
Let me make sure I've got that in.
But before we do that, you want to look at previews?
Yeah.
Before we talk about first 5 stuff and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Christian says, "Wow, I didn't realize we're already on week 11 of the current league. It went really quick. So when we launched it, we'd been doing the Flesh and Blood League that was monthly, and so just decided to do quarterly for Ashes. And at first, it's like I was a little nervous. That's too long of a commitment. But I think the 4 absences, being able to miss 1 and 3, is right in the right pocket. Most people have been. If you have any feedback on that, I'd love to hear it. But most people have been." It's right there, able to get there. Yeah. Very few people are
square.
Just, if we're 10 weeks in and you've missed 5 or 6 weeks, then the league's probably not for you.
Yeah, that's right.
It's just
you try it and then it's like, well, I missed it, and it's like if you sign up to go to a movie and then you don't go, you don't get to see the movie.
Simon says, "Oh me, oh my, that Noah card."
Yeah, Noah's doing it for us.
That Noah does look great.
We've got preview.
Let's look at some previews. Let's go to this.
These previews have been fire.
This Sun Shield Sentry.
Isn't this the one that has the crazy stat line? What's the stat on that?
251.
That's a 5 life right there.
Did we not talk about this?
We've talked about it, I think.
Maybe we did. So it's an action, a turtle, a heart, and a basic. So you got to be playing Charm and Time.
And this is what we call a knight in Ash's parlance. Anything that's like the 3-die big ally, people call those knights.
Yeah, okay. So 2 attack, 5 life, 1 recover. Deflect. When this unit is declared as a blocker, you may choose a target, unblocked, attacking unit. That unit is no longer attacking.
That's crazy.
That messes with your battle map so much.
That's absolutely insane. I mean, I who's making these cards? That's like, it's so good. It is alarming.
And it has alert, so you don't exhaust it as a result of countering.
Why not?
So literally, it can just keep blocking and forcing things out.
This is like screams, like mill stall fatigue territory to me.
Man, can you imagine? Like, just picture you have one of these out, and it's like you send a 1 attack over. I can just block it, counter, do 2 damage. I don't exhaust.
Right.
And also,
and you're still there.
If you just send 1 thing, I can just block. Nah, you have to. Yeah, if you send 2 things, is only when this is usable.
Well, 2+. So if I send 5 things, you block 1, stuff it. You take 1, it's not attacking. 3
and you still have a blocker
and
standing
that's
for
one
next.
Thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, okay, well, I'll block this. Your Iron Rhino goes home, and then it's like, what? Excuse me.
Well, you could still send the Iron Rhino solo.
You could.
But like your little trick where you give them each other's strength.
Yeah.
It's like I'll block 1 and send the other one home. It's very good.
And he's 5 health.
Yeah.
So like all of your 3 and 4 attack allies are doing nothing.
Just so you're aware.
Oh,
you can't see from down. I mean, it's a tiny little card for you. What was I getting ready to say? Oh, I think the answer to it, of course, is exhausting it.
Yeah. Turns out that's the answer to a lot of things.
Yeah, or blow it up.
I love shields also.
That shield's
awesome.
Is
one of the coolest
that
shields
reminds me of the shield on Septimus in my Arena Rex model. Anyways.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep going. Fate Reflection, very cool looking art. A turtle or a wolf.
Yeah, classic.
Good.
Classic riddle.
It's a reaction, and it says you may play the spell after a unit you control is dealt damage by a spell, ability, dice power, and opponent controls.
Don't you feel like we need a term for that? Spell, ability, dice power. It's like, what is that called?
A SAD?
A mystical effect.
Spell SAD. SAD.
If
it's dealt damage by a SAD.
If you dealt damage and are sad.
Yeah. Prevent that damage from being received and deal an equal amount of damage to a target unit that opponent controls. So it's literally just send it
back.
Right back.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I can't believe that's not in the game already.
But it doesn't work on units. So like if a unit strikes, it's not referring to that. But you can imagine, like, Molten Gold is 3 direct damage to something.
Yeah, it is.
And it's like, instead, I'm going to send it over to you.
That's crazy. I mean? And is it only on 2 units, or any time a unit or Phoenixborn would get hit, you can send it back?
A unit.
Only units, okay. So Phoenixborn can still get blown up.
Yeah, like you do.
As you would expect.
All right, then we get Recollect. The art on this is exceptionally good. Action.
How does it keep getting better is the weird thing.
Hourglass.
You know.
This is an action spell. You discard it. Choose a ready spell you control. Search your discard pile for all cards with the same title and place them into your hand.
What? Are you serious?
I'm going to meditate.
Wait a minute.
I'm going to meditate
opens
for
up
10.
like a bajillion. This opens up a bajillion. Wait, read that again for me.
Choose a ready spell you control.
Mm-hmm.
Search your discard pile for all cards with the same title and place them into your hand.
Wow.
So you can meditate for a lot.
Can you meditate even if it doesn't have an outcome? Like, can I meditate 5 times if I only have 3 dice I can
So
change?
you meditate 1 die at a time?
Yeah.
So I think you could technically meditate to one side, meditate to another side.
Does it have to be going up on a meditate?
I don't know.
Does it say change it at any side?
Change it to any side, yeah.
So you can just go upsy downsy until you get your double rhinos into the dig, and then you...
Technically you could.
And hope
but
that it's
might
not
take
the
you 20
30th
cards.
card.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think that's...
People are going to do weird stuff with this. Straight up.
Well, it opens the door. I've been there where, like, playing the horses, the spirit horses.
Mm-hmm.
What are those called?
Stallions, Squall Stallions.
The mounts. Spectral mounts.
Spectral Charger, etc.
So getting 3 of those is the only way to get that higher level. You have to get it triple focused. Same with Rhino to get the really huge discount. But having this in deck to freely be able to meditate.
Now, isn't Jericho the one that puts a card on the top of the deck? Search your deck and put one on top?
Then you can meditate it and play this.
Meditate it and then recollect it.
You could also meditate off your board.
Mm-hmm.
So you can only do that if it's unfocused. But still, you could use that to meditate, like if you focused one of your spells, right? Turn 1.
And then get it back.
Or turn 2 or whatever. And then you get it back and play it again if it matters.
Especially out of play effect or something. This is a fascinating little card.
Yeah, that is a very interesting card.
Well, bring it on. These are all the tools you would hope to see in Ashes.
Especially the time die getting a lot more cards with interesting effects like that is cool. And it's a thematic ability for time dice because you can essentially roll back the clock and get the things that were discarded. Yeah. Which I like. Yeah. I like that concept a whole lot. All right, so then let's look at the article from today.
Recollect, cool.
We get the Summon Omen Bringer. Ready spell, spellboard, action.
It has the coolest stuff in it, Ashes, really. Omen Bringer, it's like, well, yeah, whatever that is, I'm into it.
Yeah, there is something charming about like the fact that a Gilder is a unit in this game. Yeah, is part of what sold me way up front. Anyways,
he likes the mice.
Action, exhaust. This spell, 1 time die, 1 basic, so 2 cost. Okay.
1 time die, 1 basic.
Place an Omen Bringer Conjuration onto your battlefield. So let's look at what it does.
2 die Conjuration.
Cool looking unit.
Another bird.
Yeah, Omen Bringer.
Well, thank goodness.
But this is the thing about this bird.
With a text box to match.
Yeah, no angels getting wings today.
Yikes.
The thing about this bird to me is this bird actually looks like it could fight you.
Oh, that's right. It's not one of those.
The owls and
well, they're not fighting you really.
The finches and the glow things. It just seems like it could like distract you more than anything.
That's what they're doing though.
Yeah, they really are.
So it's very apropos.
Yeah, okay, anyways. 2 attack, 2 life, 0 recovery. You can have 2 of these things out, so not bad. They fly in pairs. 4 warn 2. When this unit comes into play, you may look at the top 2 cards of a target opponent's draw pile. Place each card on the top or bottom of their deck
So you can place them both on the bottom or both on the top or one and one.
I don't know if you can do 1-on-1. It says place each card on the top or bottom. Maybe you could do 1-on-1.
Yeah.
It also has Hasten. Once unit is declared as an attacker if it has one or more status tokens on it.
Here we go.
You may remove an exhaustion token from a ready spell you control.
Oh, cool. Love it.
So you have to find a way to get a status token on it, like a bunny rabbit.
The bunnies and stuff.
Or time dice.
Yeah.
And then you can unfocus spells.
Yeah.
Which could
and we see Recollect gives you multiple focus spells, so you could start doing crazy things with your conjurations in your ready spells.
Yeah.
That seems to be what we're seeing with the time dice.
What's that? Turn a frog into a damage to a phoenix born with a leaf instead.
Frostbite?
Like Frostbite.
Yeah, Frostbite. Yeah.
Picturing a couple Frostbites out with this thing, and it's like,
oof.
Oh, you ping me, you swing for 2, unfocus it, ping me again.
Oof.
You get the idea.
Gross.
And then 2 more actually. Next one, very cool art. Fighting Spirit. Side action, time die, Hourglass. After a unit you control with 1 or more status tokens on it is destroyed, place a status token on the spell.
Okay, love it.
So you can transfer a status token.
Remove it, do something with it.
Side action, exhaust. Add X to the attack value of a target unit you control for the remainder of the turn. Then move a status token from this spell onto that unit. X is the number of status tokens on this spell.
That's great.
So every
That's
time
really good.
This is so good for the snake strategy, by the way.
Oof.
Because if you blow up the snake, I can move a status token onto it. And then later, if I have a different snake, I can move a status token back and give it plus X, where X is the status tokens going over to it.
So basically, is it the status tokens on the spell? So let's say I had Fighting Spirit and I had 6 status tokens on it.
It gets plus 6.
Activate the ability plus 6, and 1 goes to the
That's right.
unit. Yeah.
Yep.
That's where you're at.
Yep. And there's no limit. So every time a unit you control is destroyed that has a status token on it, you're going to put 1 on there. So
Time hoppers look
you can
more
see
enticing.
the time hoppers really loading this thing up. Really,
they're
really
doing it. They're doing it now.
And then finally, we get Cannon Shelter. It's an action, and a leaf is the cost on this one. Side action, exhaust, to put it to ready spell play it. Side action, exhaust. Remove an exhausted unit you control from play and place it face down under this spell.
Whoa.
Hidden.
Okay.
And it's a unit, so it's not a conjuration. So it can be an ally or a conjuration. Action, spend an Hourglass
You get to play it again?
Choose a unit underneath this spell and place it onto your battlefield. Place a status token on that unit.
Place it on the battlefield means it's not coming into play, which means you're not paying the cost of it.
That's right.
Wow.
So it hides.
Wow. Canyon Shelter.
That's actually insane.
Yeah.
It has some damage. It's exhausted. Yeah. Let's hide it. Can't touch it. And then whenever I want later, here comes the sun. Huh. That's an insane card.
There's so much room in this game to be clever.
Yeah, that's really good.
Too much room.
Let's see what Chad has to say about this.
I'm not clever enough for this game anymore.
Keith McDaniel saying Hitchcock would be proud of the Murderous Birds deck.
That's right.
Nick Conley saying Fighting Spirit is hands down my favorite card to come from these decks. Which one was that? Let's look at it.
That's the one where you get status tokens build up, and then you give pluses and status tokens to things as you go.
Yeah. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's true. Ryan's saying if it has one of those alterations like Fade Away, where it's going to go away at the end of the round, you can hide it.
Oh, yeah.
It just plays on counterplays on plays on counterplays, man.
Well, that's awesome. The art's looking great. These cards are looking great. I'm very excited to see that time die get explored.
The wheels keep churning, don't they?
I think all of the expansions coming out. So we did the upgrade kit, and then we had the Breaker of Fate Deluxe. And then I want to say that the next batch of releases for a while are basically, like I see Nature in one of these. So it's like Nature plus time dice are the cards. And then Charm was the other one. So Charm plus time dice. And I think they're going through all 6
Get
pairings.
All the pairs, basically.
Yeah.
And Tristan is in one of those, right? Water Archer?
Is he one of the ones that is coming up?
Isn't that funny? Why is it? I think I would literally be, every game will be spent with bows and arrows. Every one of them. Hawkeye,
and water bows and arrows if possible.
Tristan. I mean, that's just the dream. I mean, Tristan is literally the dream.
Ice arrows.
And Tristan looks exactly like me. For anybody curious. Exactly.
Tim saying Tristan and Demona are supposed to be the next set. So not the current. So it's Lulu and Auric.
Auric, yeah.
And then it's supposed to be Tristan and Demona. I'm excited about. So we're perfect pairing again.
Yeah, just
on
hitting
the sets.
hitting it all.
Which is, and I don't know. Tim's saying there, so we think. We don't know if that's true. Yeah, I don't know if that's been confirmed. But all that to say,
it's fairly predictable at this point. Right?
If you want those expansions automatically, check out our subscription if you're not signed up. That's how the game keeps going. PvP only possible with people signed up. And then also, of course, that's how you get all that stuff automatically.
Yeah, John's saying Tristan's supposed to be sympathy time. It's like an elf. I mean, literally, that's it. That's the whole game. Sympathy plus time is elves.
Elfdom.
Yeah, and then you can run the horses and stuff. Come on, the water horses, water
like
arrows,
squall scion stuff.
My gosh.
Yeah. Yep, I'm excited. I'm excited to see some new Phoenix Form too. Like just get them in hand.
Can you show me how Nick pantsed you?
Destroyed me? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So,
you go top down?
Yeah, sure. Top down's good. And I want to show this because I feel like we talked about it after the game. Are we in the right direction?
Yeah. It's the versus shot. Yeah.
And I basically did everything wrong from the very beginning.
Great.
And learned a lot. So he was playing Jessa.
Oof, not a good thing to see.
Yeah, so Jessa's really awesome. 4 Battlefield 4 Spellboard is a great stat line with 19 health.
This is Nick's favorite Phoenixborn. I know that from our interview.
She's insanely good.
Yeah.
And then her ability, once per turn after a unit is destroyed, you can spend a basic die to deal a damage to a Phoenixborn. So once a turn.
Clocks up.
Now, again, that's not once per round.
Right.
So
it's basically every time it happens.
Basically, unless there's like a mass unit destruction situation, every time a unit goes away, she gets to ping you for 1.
That's right.
And if you only have, I don't know, like if you're playing Odette per chance, like I was, you only have 18 health. So you can only take so many of those.
That's right.
And the pressure she can put on once you're down to like 3 or 4 health is uncomfortable.
You can't do much of anything, to be honest with you.
Okay, so here's what he did. He was going first.
Everything in focus? Tell me if it isn't.
Let me grab the right dice. So I just want to show this.
Nick said his favorite was Jessa. I thought. Didn't he say his favorite was Jessa?
I wasn't.
We should ask him.
Maybe I was there. I just don't remember.
We were there. It was with him and Isaac. Or maybe Isaac's was Jessa.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Isn't
that crazy?
That was an eon. That was a year ago.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, so here we're his
popping
dice.
Champagne on this very mat.
Yeah. Literally. And here's what he did. So the first thing he did is he did Hunt Master.
All right, I'm going to focus this in because I'm interested in seeing the fullness of it.
Which ones he did. What are you focusing?
The Kami. Much better.
All right. Okay. So he plays Hunt Master, and Hunt Master actually comes with the Panther Spirit. Do you have Panther Spirits in your deck?
No. I've got a deck maybe with the Panther Spirit in it. Yeah.
So the Panther Spirit comes out.
Let's see if I can get one.
And
pretty standard opening
Tim
so
saying
far.
It looks pretty good. Okay, so he's got, it comes in with 2 status tokens, and he has a Panther Spirit. And I haven't done anything yet, right?
No, you haven't.
And in my hand,
already losing.
This was my hand.
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
We're getting the full John Madden breakdown here, aren't we?
Yeah, it was fascinating. And I was playing Odette.
Which should be great.
Yeah.
I mean, your Odette deck is great.
I do love
fantastic.
Odette. But the thing was, I'm basically looking at it, and some options I have. I can use Odette's ability to punch the Panther.
No, you don't want to do that.
Which would have been better than what I did.
But then you punch the Panther, you take a damage from Jessa, and you move on. I mean, that's
well, you take a damage from Jessa, and you take a damage from the Panther, right?
Yeah, it's not. You don't want that.
Other options, I could play Holy Knight. I could play Grave Knight.
Always okay.
And I rolled quite well, so I could literally play any card in my hand. Because he essentially has, like, he could side action with the Hunt Master to give a power to the Panther and swing with both and do 4 damage, which would not be good. Because this Panther Spirit has a 1 or 2 attack. I don't know.
I think it's 1. I think it's 1/1.
So I particularly didn't want to drop down one of my big units that he could basically attack, and then it would go away. He had nature dice on frogs, so like if he does 2 damage to a Holy Knight, he can just knock it off the board or whatever. Just uncomfortable situation immediately. I was like, I don't even know what to do.
So he plays a Hunt Master, and you immediately lose your
my
mind.
mind.
This is the greatest play in all of Ashes.
You know what? I was like, I'll keep it cool. If I don't play any units, he's probably going to swing with both things, right?
Right. 4 damage.
Yeah, and if he swings with both things, that's fine. I'm okay with that.
4 damage. It's about a quarter of your life.
Yeah, and my deck, a lot of times, because in this particular scenario, I don't have to have this be my first 5. Sometimes I don't have Drain Vitality or Grave Knight. But when I have Grave Knight and Holy Knight in my opening hand, I like to finish the turn with some beef. So
and you were going second.
I was going second.
So you're going to be first coming up.
So I played Summon Dreadwraith.
Okay, right.
Because again, if you swing, that's fine.
If he doesn't swing, get a Dreadwraith out.
That's right. Now I have a great blocker.
Yeah. So that's good. Yeah. You kind of took the decisions back to you.
So then he pumps the Panther, right? And he swings with the Panther for a couple damage.
Just the Panther.
Just the Panther. Which is smart. He still has a unit now.
Yeah, keep him up there. Keep him up.
Yeah. And once the Huntmaster is exhausted, she can't use her ability to use that status token, of course.
Right.
So smart. Okay.
Right.
Lesson learned.
Yeah, check him out.
And then I was like, what if I summon a Dreadwraith so I just have a blocker? Right? And I like summoning Dreadwraith to have a blocker because then if I block, I can take some damage and charge him up, and I'm going first next round. So like, having a beefy Dreadwraith is a good thing.
These are all great ideas.
So I was like, all right, cool. Summon a Dreadwraith. Okay. That seems great.
Wraith up. So you've taken 2 damage. Wraith comes out.
Yeah.
Going to potentially block future problems.
And now I've officially fallen for the trap.
Oh no, what's the trap?
Because his signature card is Fear. Fear says destroy unit control. If you do, remove a wound token from your Phoenixborn equal to the destroyed unit's recover value, and then discard a target unit opponent controls. So he spends 1.
Removes the Panther Spirit.
Gets rid of his Panther Spirit, and gets rid of my 3-cost Grave Knight.
Okay, so you've already lost. The game is over.
This is bad.
Yeah.
This is very bad.
Nothing left for you.
And we're not even close to done with how bad this is.
Okay, well, let's see where it goes. You can imagine where it goes from here.
Yeah, it's not good. So I'm like, oh, geez, this is bad. But, we'll see. We'll see if I can recover.
Ever the optimist, ever the hopeful player.
Yeah. So then I'm like, oh, man. I'm looking at Odette. It's like I could punch something. I could play one of my big units. I was like, I kind of just want to see what he does next.
Yeah.
So why don't we just hand him tempo right back?
Take a look.
So then I was like, I'll play Small Sacrifice. Because it lets me ping damage as well. So if he plays anything cheap to go with the Huntmaster, I can just take it off the board. Okay. Comes back to him. And then he's like, I think he played Summon... No, he didn't. He played Summon Frostback Bear.
Okay, the bear. A classic play. I mean, everybody loves the bear.
Yeah. And then I'm looking at it, it's like, all right, if I don't play a unit right now, then he can summon the bear, and if I play any 3-health unit, he can attack with the bear or the Huntmaster and take it off the board.
Yeah.
So I don't want that.
Nobody wants that.
But I also, for whatever reason...
This is the problem, I think. For whatever reason, playing is maybe the issue.
I want to say I played the Holy Knight.
I rolled a die
at this point.
Which at least didn't fear the Holy Knight. It cannot be targeted.
He can't. That's where I could have gone better.
Maybe you could have done that first.
So then I think he plays the summon the Salamander Monk, right? And then I swing. I don't swing. I save. And then I'm like, okay, play Drain Vitality, cool. And then he goes and summons, I believe, the Salamander Monk, which is fine. And swings, and I can't block it, of course, so I take another 1. And the secret is he sells this.
Oh, right.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Merry Christmas.
Drinks. Thanks. Oh, these
Cheers.
are nice.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.
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 Cheers. Cocktails, new store, etc., testing,
if you
training.
Have questions, ask someone in the chat. Anyway, so you can see it spins out. Ultimately, what happens, he gets the bear. The bear can put pressure on my Holy Knight because he can give the +1 here. He also has the Hammer Knight coming down. I eventually get the Grave Knight in play. But then he responds literally by playing a Hammer Knight, which is a problem. And it was bad. It was strictly bad. Now, what I could have done...
So play it out. Yeah, let's play it out differently.
With the same hand. Now,
Nick's saying no Salamander round 1. It was all Hammer Knight.
Oh, he just saved it.
Hammer Knight
It was
bear,
just Hammer Knight.
Yeah.
So realizing that Fear is just a signature card.
Yeah. That might have it.
Step 1. So if he plays Huntmaster, I think there's 2 really logical things for me to do.
He didn't first 5 yours is Bugatti as well, isn't it? Sword of Virtue.
It is Bugatti, yeah. So I think what I would do if I were going back is maybe not have the Dread Knight, and definitely grab a Sword of Virtue. And then there was something else I was looking at as well. Anyways, short version is he plays Huntmaster. I think I either have to play Holy Knight first, knowing Fear is a thing.
Yeah.
Because I can't let him exhaust things and then just have a free Fear.
Here's a question. Is there ever a situation, unless they can threaten the 3 life, the 3 damage, do you ever not play Holy Knight? You know what I'm saying? Now, I mean, they would have to have a unit out that could do 3 damage. Otherwise, it's the safest play that you can make.
It's like one of the safest. It's why it's there.
Yeah.
And I didn't do it.
Yeah.
Because, again,
Why?
Don't know.
Yeah.
The other option is I could use Odette's ability just to immediately punch the Panther for 2.
Yeah. But that doesn't seem right. Because then what if you drop something,
Wait, have to draw something in 2 health?
more tantalizing?
Because I have... If I have a thing where I can blow up a big unit,
Yeah.
I also have small sacrifice to ping a 1 health unit.
Yeah.
So this is why that's literally the structure of this is you have big unit removal and Sword of Virtue. You have mid unit with Odette, and then you have small sacrifice. You can also pair small sacrifice / drain vitality with Odette to get rid of really big stuff or the 3 health things. So punch for 2, that kind of thing. But if I remove this unit, just recognizing fear is one of Jess's, it's her signature card.
Yeah, you gotta honor that.
So if I do that, I also know she can't fear my Holy Knight.
Yeah.
Because the Holy Knight ain't scared of nothing. But I think that forces him down a very, very different lane immediately.
Yeah.
And then having this Sword of
instantly.
Virtue, right? The recognition is he's got to now, and the math on this is what's fascinating.
Put a little Panther spirit there. I can't find mine either, so I don't know where Panthers are gone.
Let's say I don't blow it up and I just play the Holy Knight. And it's like, well, suddenly he doesn't really have a great answer to this moment. Because I'm going to hold the Sword of Virtue until he Hammer Knights. Just recognizing, wait till the giant unit's on the board.
Yeah, for sure.
And then,
do you think he still does this? Swing for 2? Because you don't block that, right?
Maybe.
Do you spin a Holy Knight on that?
I don't think so.
No, you don't, right?
I think I would let it through and then I would punch it with Odette.
That's right.
But even not, let's say he does that and exhausts.
And if you're going to do that, you may as well punch the Odette first.
Right.
Like you're saying.
Yeah. Or you play Holy Knight, they swing for 2, they're exhausted. And then you can't fear this thing.
Yeah.
So until you're ready to play another unit, you don't need to worry about getting rid of that.
That's right. Stay on the board.
But that's just, you should know when you're playing Jessa, fear is a thing.
And then he's got to watch out because you've got Holy Knight on a good exchange with Huntmaster here.
A very good exchange.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, of course, if I swing, he can block his once around with Jessa. But that's also where you get into some weird, okay, so let's say I play Holy Knight, I take this swing, then I play Small Sacrifice. Well, now, if he wants to slow roll it, Small Sacrifice can do 1 here. Wait. And I still have the Odette punch to take this off the table.
You also probably have to assume if he's running Huntmaster, he might have smaller units that he's going to toss those status tokens to. So it might be a signal that there's potentially some smaller pressure going on. And we know that the Salamander Monk is somewhere in this.
But the whole game is... position yourself not to take bad repercussions while you're figuring out what your opponent's doing.
Dude, it's like losing a bishop in chess on the first turn. It's like you lost.
Literally, I felt like I made a trade at the beginning of the game I didn't know I was making.
Yeah, but there wasn't really a trade. There wasn't a trade. It wasn't this for that. It was just that.
Yeah.
There was no this.
They just snipe your queen early, right? And then it's like, wait a second. This is not good. But what was amazing about it to me was that my deck, I think, specifically had what it needed to win that game. And I just didn't. Right?
That's right.
And so I think it was just very eye-opening to me, especially after the stream the week before, where I felt like we were playing decks. It was clear his first turn had its lines.
Yeah.
He knew the lines he was taking and how he was positioning himself in the game.
Yeah.
And then it just made me go home and reconsider.
And let's look at it. So Huntmaster is a great first play because it signals almost nothing, and it's 2 units that are providing some amount of threat.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you lose them, it's not a big deal. You got 3 dice in the Huntmaster, but if you destroy the Huntmaster, you still got the Panther Spirit. So you still have some value there. Then you've got a big unit in Hammer Knight. So you got some beef. You've got a big unit removal, and then you've got a little swarmy
the bear.
Salamander Monk, and then you've got the bear for kind of that mid-range reality.
Yeah, so that's you can imagine how good the Salamander Monk is out of Jessa because she loses a unit, gets a different unit that she can then lose again, and you either take the 1 from it or you block it and remove it, and she pays 1 to do a damage anyway.
Yeah, you don't want that.
And that's where the lines too. When you look at Frostback Bear. Can't be blocked or guarded by units with attack value of 1 or less. It's got 2 health, 3 life, which is a good stat, especially with the Huntmaster. When it becomes a 3, that can threaten a lot of the best units.
Yeah, it definitely can.
Immediately.
Yeah, Bear Huntmaster is good.
Yeah, so you can see, I think that's where Huntmaster. Understanding your strategy in the way that's like, here are my lines and here's how I can approach any problem I would face. And I just didn't do anything that I should have been doing.
None of it was right. Nick saying, yeah, early Holy Night changes the round 1 for sure. Suggest maybe just bailing on Wraith if there's a Phoenix Born with hard destruction spell as your signature.
Yeah.
Do you have one copy of the summon Wraith?
Yeah.
So you probably don't even bring it if Fear's in the game.
I mean, the thing about Wraith is that like it doesn't cost you to play the spell. And being able to like if they have Fear, they're going to use it on something. And so if I'm running Dread Wraith, whatever that card is, hold on. The Holy Knight, they can't do it on Holy Knight unless Holy Knight's exhausted. Or Grave Knight. It's like you still just have to have big units to keep coming to make them expend those cards.
And does Jessa get the heal?
Heal?
The heal from Fear? Didn't you say you heal based on the recover value?
Yeah.
Jessa gets the heal and the destruction?
Yeah.
Well, no wonder.
It's so good.
Everybody likes it. Are you crazy? Wait, hold on. Let me see that card.
We like the style. Yeah.
Where's
Check that out. I'm going to take my trays out.
Fear. Oh, destroy a unit you control.
Yeah.
Remove wound tokens from your Phoenix Born equal to the destroyed unit's recover value and then discard a target unit an opponent controls. Oh. So the main thing is you just can't have one big thing on the board. You need to have you need to spread out the party a little bit. So what's Zach's first 5 here? Hold on, we can figure this out. Let's solve this. So your problem is you just have too many big things.
I mean, some look at that as a problem. I think without even changing my first 5, I had a better way to do it. But
that's also why people are really into things like Hunt Master, Raptor Herder, etc., because you're getting multiple units. So, Fear is a lot less good whenever you just discard a Raptor.
Absolutely. And I think that's where, like, in this deck particularly, obviously, with the Dread Wraith, I have Meteor to clear out swarms of wide stuff, and then the damage actually helps me because the Dread Wraith gets more powerful.
Yeah.
And I also have smaller units and all that jazz. But I think what actually changes for me, I dropped the Drain Vitality against Jessa, particularly knowing that Fear is a real problem. And then I might drop the Grave Knight, and I'm going to get a Sword of Virtue to take care of something big. And then
you need some beef, like some mid to small beef. What do we call it? You need a fillet.
Filet of beef?
Yeah, get a fillet in there. Yeah, but like I said, all your stuff's too good. You don't have any garbage stuff that you can just put on the board.
That seems like a fine problem.
Well, except you're paying all these dice for it.
Let's see. I have one left over.
What else can these... do these die types have anything that brings in 2 things in any capacity?
These 2 things?
Like it doesn't have a Raptor Herder or a Panther thing, right?
What I want to do is play against that deck with this deck.
Okay.
Just so I can see.
We can do that. That's what we're here to do.
Usually my Beef Supreme is enough.
Oh, that's right.
What's that?
Destroying... Okay, yeah, Sword of Virtue could also heal up the Holy Knight.
Yeah.
Which is nice.
Yeah, I usually use Sword of Virtue to either obviously nuke a giant unit or fully heal one of my Dread Wraiths and unfocus it. So the whole chain starts again. So when you have Small Sacrifice and, where's the other one? Drain Vitality, it basically allows me to turn my ceremonial dice into nature dice.
Right.
To ping your units for 1 and either recover a health from one of my units or do a damage to my Dread Wraith.
Yeah.
It does both. That's what they do.
Super nice.
So then between that, Odette's ability, and then the sheer amount of removal in here, I can usually keep boards clear. I just made too awful of an exchange immediately against Jessa.
Yeah. You played poorly.
Yeah, I sure did.
And you know what? It's good that we all suffer for it.
So you're playing Ramia. Let me see her card real quick.
No.
Great.
Look at the top. Basically, look at the top 3. Constantly. All top 3s.
And what's her signature card?
I don't remember. It's not important.
Well, she has the small battlefield of, not small, but 4 with... How
dare you?
It takes up a couple slots, right?
Ancestor Army. There's only 1 in this deck, but you don't know that. And this is where the money's at.
Because it comes with 2 Ancestor Spirits. So it takes 3 of your 4.
But then Ancestors come in and they draw you cards. So You set it up with Rumia, and then you get the answers that you need. And apparently Josiah's got a new version of it, but I'm not ready for that yet. Not ready for that yet. Isn't that cool? There's been like 17 versions of this as you like learn and adapt to the meta.
Iterate and all that.
It's so fun when you have a deck that has the basic engine established and you can tweak around the edges forever as the meta changes and as what you expect to see changes. I love being in that place. That's where, what was that Greyjoy Raiders deck? Where it was like the base shell is here and then I'm going to change things every month or so based on what's going on. Oh, I love that deck.
Slightly adjust how the deck's playing.
I loved that deck. Yeah. I love Raiders. It's kind of a weird thing to just generally like, but...
I like Pirates.
Yeah, I like Raiders. Okay, man.
You a sports ball fan?
Okay, man.
I got a team for you.
You know, I never liked the Raiders because they were always seen as really, like, nasty.
They are.
It's like, were there any local sports teams you felt that way about when you played them in basketball or anything else?
Oh, yeah.
Which ones? Nowata?
They were...
In football, Nowata was always...
in basketball... what was the name of them? Dewey? They were the worst.
It's like that old Three Stooges joke. They set up a law firm and it's called Dewey, Cheatham, and Howe.
I had no idea that was a thing.
That's funny.
Yeah, Dewey was
Comedy hasn't changed, really.
Adair was really tall. Just really...
Yeah, they grow them tall in Adair, don't they?
Adair was like their shortest... Their point guard was like 6'3". It's like, is this college basketball? Our center was 6'3".
Did they win?
Jeez,
Did they win?
We were horrible.
They just literally just dropped it in the basket.
Yeah. That was bad.
Do you feel... So, we're in Bristow now, and I always kind of felt the Bristow Pirates were... Maybe it's because they're Pirates.
Are they Pirates?
Yeah, the Bristow Pirates. I felt they were kind of one of those dirtier teams, you know. Mm-hmm. But maybe not. I guess I got to root for them now since they're my local. You know, I'm really excited. I know. We're gonna get into Friday night football during football season.
Yeah, we were talking about going. So we now live in Jenks.
Jenks.
Yeah,
you guys just like going to a pro football team. Jenks is like a giant.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited because Friday night football is actually a thing.
Yeah, you get you some hot dogs.
You've ever seen Friday Night Lights? It's like that.
Some nachos.
It's crazy around these
Frito chili pie. Get those Frito chili pies, man.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
I would stab somebody for Frito chili pie most of the time.
All right.
Especially if they deserved it.
I didn't know you like chili that much, or Frito chili pies. My wife makes incredible chili.
I live for Frito chili pie.
She literally will make like this giant thing of chili, and then that's what we will eat for like several days.
All right, call me up.
And it's Frito chili pie. So next time we're having Frito chili pie month, I'll let you know.
It's Fritos, man.
Yeah.
But Janice Woolley, Fritos. I mean, that's
everything
the one,
with Fritos.
I mean, she would drop Fritos.
Bryce is also in.
Yeah, dude. Those Frito chili pies, man.
I love Frito chili pies.
It's number one. Now, some people open up that Fritos bag and put chili and cheese directly into it. That's wrong. That is disgusting.
That makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's disgusting.
If you do that, I'm not judging, but it just makes me uncomfortable.
Have you seen it?
Yeah.
What's it called? Does it have a name? Just bag.
Guys that used to work for with hot sauce. Open up the bag, pour the hot sauce in, and then match all that.
Yeah. No.
Uncouth.
No. Yeah.
Now, I will say what I have done before is like take the leftover queso.
Called a waking
My mom
taco.
used to make queso.
Said Josiah.
So, you heat up the queso in a bowl, do your thing, and then you just dump the chips in.
Yeah.
And
smash
it up.
A little, it's kind of a French onion soup. But
it's like nacho blender mode.
Yeah.
I haven't done that in a long time.
That doesn't seem right either, though. Honestly, it doesn't.
Haven't done that. Josiah's saying it's called the walking taco.
Yeah.
Not a waking taco.
I like waking.
It's got caffeine in it,
Yeah.
Waking taco.
Man, I love Frito chili pie. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. It's almost seasoned. It's too hot right now, but like a month from now, it starts to get a little cooler.
Do you want the Fritos to get a little bit soft?
No.
You like
them crunchy.
Yeah. What about you, Bryce?
Crunchy.
I specifically put the Fritos on top of the chili.
See, I'm Fritos on bottom. I like it to get soft, like it becomes like a corn cake.
I was gonna say it's like a cornbread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get in there.
Yeah, I prefer the crunch.
I spent a lot of time on it. After baseball practice when I was younger, at the field, I would always get a Frito chili pie and go into the car,
Yeah, I remember going to, because I had two older brothers that played sports, and so
I gotta get my first.
That's like half of the reason as a 9-year-old that you survive those events is like, I guess I'm gonna get a Frito chili pie and then watch some people that are mediocre at sports.
Yep.
Yeah, but they were great.
Played that first base, man.
You remember? So we used to play like. Touch football on the side of a football game, like behind the bleachers.
Oh, yeah. You
but then at one point, you remember Wantland? What was that his name? Louis Wantland?
Louis Wantland, yeah.
Put a stop to it. It's like, you can't have fun at football games.
Yeah, he was anti-fun generally.
It was miserable.
Yeah, and on the whole.
Anyways.
But nobody liked him, so I guess that's why.
I'm not sure which came first.
Yeah.
Does no one like you because you're just miserable all the time, or are you miserable because no one likes you?
Apparently, he was actually a really nice guy once, you were past his anti-funness. He was actually pretty cool, but nobody got there. The kids didn't, at least.
Yeah, the kids
he didn't have any
definitely
respect for the kids. Okay, changing wins. First 5 lock. Okay, so it's locked.
How am I supposed to win when you have a strategy guide?
Dude, yeah, I know. It's like, well, hopefully you won't. Frostbite. First 5 lock. Let's play a second Frostbite ASAP.
You even have the author of that strategy guide in the chat helping you out.
I know. Well, you've got who made your deck?
I made it.
Well, then you've got it in your brain.
But I'm not good.
But the author of my deck is bad at this game. Guilt Link. Experimental card. All right, Odette. Let's see if this would be good against Odette.
I do think that I'm finally, thank the maker, coming around the corner on Flesh and Blood. So, like, you've been honing in kind of on 1 or 2 decks the whole time.
Azalea?
I've been sprinkling around
to
all the different stuff. But I feel like it's finally starting to pay off, that I understand a wider view. But, man, it's been a long road.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the fun of it, isn't it? I don't think Guilt Leak is going to... So, deal 2 damage to a thing. You've also got the blow-up Sword of Virtue. I feel like Guilt Link isn't the mean.
Don't worry about what I do and don't have.
Well, I'm just looking at your Phoenix board. I have access to the information. Ancestral Army. First 5 lock. And then I know your first 5, so I'm going to play to that, too.
I changed it.
Ancestral Army first 5.
I do think it's so important. When you get good at this game, you will probably have 2 or 3 cards in your first 5 that change based on the matchup, which... a lot of different matchups out there. I'm excited to see. I hope I know the Gen Con event for Plaid Hat for Ashes is a little in limbo because of the way Gen Con's doing things. But
you mean all the Delta stuff that's coming back around?
Well, no, not like that. So apparently, there's supposed to be a big Ashes event at Gen Con, right?
Right. Yeah.
But Gen Con won't guarantee you the event space unless you book the event space for the entire time.
That's charming.
And so you have to basically have staff to monitor that space and be there the whole time as well if you're doing that.
Right.
And so they're just wanting to do, like, here's the Ashes tournament. They don't really have the staff to do the whole thing. So they're on, like, a pending list until Gen Con resolves it and decides to commit to giving them that space. Yeah. Josiah says, secret. Why am I helping you?
Yeah, come on.
Come on, Josiah. Help me. How do I beat it? Tell me what I should pick out of my deck.
Just to have it at the start. You can also probably cycle it if you need to. Okay, yeah. Right, there's so many good things in this deck, Now that's the important thing to note. When those armies come out, you go up and you have to put something on the bottom. So some of the cards you're going to draw into could be better than what you currently have in your first 5. So I can adapt to what you're doing on the board. So what I really need is, like, what are the tools that are probably most likely to be good here at the beginning?
Against this hero with these magic types.
These are Rose
I don't know what we're drinking, but it's delightful.
It's a Daiquiri.
We're on the Daiquiri train.
I honestly, it's probably as close to my number 1 as a drink can get at this point. Certainly in the summer. I was
literally going to say, I think Daiquiri is my number 1 summer cocktail.
It's just like, it's so simple. Execute it well.
Fall and spring, old fashioned.
Give me the dark.
Winter
liquors. Yeah.
Whiskey.
Yeah.
It's my whiskey season.
Yeah, whiskey. I'm a Scotch man. Scotch whiskey.
That category.
Yeah. Let's grab a Hammer Knight. You like that, Josiah? I'm gonna grab a Hammer Knight here, just because if it's beef that I need, I can play it. If it's not, I can cycle it.
Hammer Knight's so good.
And then I do feel like Summon Sleeping has potential here because I'm gonna play this Ancestral Army. If it goes away, being able to hit the Widows there is good. If you're able to swing and get them through and they're not probably gonna get destroyed this turn, you can swap this out for something up top. So I'm gonna play this again fairly poorly. Yeah, and then I'll save that. Let's just try that out. I mean, I'm just not following directions here.
That's okay. We're gonna have fun.
Summon Spectral is a first 5 lock. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. So we need to do that. Summon. It says first 5 lock. I'm going to lock it. I mean, it says it's locked. He's played the deck. I'm not the guy.
Make it happen. Pop it,
Spectral.
lock it.
Pop, lock.
Also, Odette's sword is gigantic. It catches me by surprise sometimes. Look at that sword.
It's too big, isn't it? I mean, yeah, it's unusable for sure.
It reminds me of the Crag Hammer in
It's kind of one of the
Spoils.
things I dig. More of a mid to late game. Okay, well, I'll play. I'll play. In previous iterations, this was a constant first 5, so I'm gonna, you know.
Did you ever play like Final Fantasy
The giant sword.
Cloud and the Buster Sword? Always makes me think.
Yeah, very Final Fantasy inspired. I think Isaac, by design, Isaac had a lot of that.
I played some and watched a lot of Final Fantasy. I had a roommate in college. What was the name of that other game he played? He played Final Fantasy 12 or something, and then it had the apparently people love whatever game it was, but it had the same song on basically the whole time.
It wasn't Chrono Trigger, was it? Everybody loves Chrono Trigger.
Gosh, it's like right there. But after about 2 months, I had to ask him to either play without volume or not play. Because and his schedule was opposite of mine too. I had to be up really early, and his classes were really late. So then it was bad. He'd be wanting to play at midnight, and it's like I can't sleep to that song. It's just not gonna happen.
All right, we got 2 ceremonial.
Braun says, "What kind of daiquiri?"
The daiquiri.
I don't know.
It is a daiquiri, the OG. So it's just lime, rum, like a nice light rum,
Look up
and simple.
I feel like
Or
the
really
game,
your sweetener of choice, but really it should be simple.
the game you played
Probably not Demerara though. It should be a lighter.
was one word.
Sundew Valley.
It was older than that. It was like 2008-ish. I rolled 4 basics.
1, 2, 2. I won already. Okay, let's do them like
I'm gonna let
this.
you go first.
Make me, you mean?
Allow you.
That's funny. It's kind of a pet peeve of mine. When somebody says, "I'm gonna let you do the dishes," it's like,
Yeah, it's like
let me.
I was gonna say it's like when your mom says, "I'm gonna let you do the laundry."
Yeah, nobody wants to do this. You mean you're requesting that I do it? / making
Commanding.
me?
Yeah.
Let's not mince words here. Okay, here we are.
PokePhantom says, and everyone is right to love Chrono Trigger.
Yeah. Place each on the top or bottom of your draw pile. Draw 1 card. Now, this changing winds is insane.
These, this may be the best daiquiris they've made. At least mine.
Yeah, they're super good.
Yeah.
All right, let's use.
Gunner says you were voluntold.
I like that. It's very accurate. Well, I'm gonna do what I'm told. You ever feel that way?
Yakety yak.
Yakety yak, don't talk back.
Somebody taking out the trash.
Meditate 1.
There goes that Mist Typhoon. Let's go.
And then play a Changing Winds here.
What's that saying?
I can move some stuff around. I'm gonna hose myself on these dice. I'm not paying enough attention.
Just don't use your nature dice flippantly. Remember?
I agree with that. That's actually definitely what I agree
That's what you
with.
did last time. And you're like, I made a mistake.
When this spell comes into play, you may draw 2 cards. If you choose 2 in your hand and place each on the top or bottom of your draw pile. So I'm going to draw 2 and see what I get. I know that this needs to go to the bottom.
Yakety yak.
And I would like... I like this card, though.
The stream can officially start, and you know why.
Van here?
Van is in town. Didn't even have to look at the chat. He knew it. What up, Van? Good to see you. Your name, at least. I went to my first tournament in about 2 years this past weekend for Flesh and Blood, and it was also really cool meeting people, and they're like, I'm so-and-so on chat. And it's like,
Yeah, awesome.
that's awesome.
Love it. All right, over to you. Changing Winds is in play.
Alex Becker, anyone remember the stream where Steven and Zach had gone to a party with bad cocktails and spent 30 minutes complaining about it, and then now they make their own? Yeah. Well, you only we can complain because we know how easy it is to do better. And when you hire someone to be a bartender at your corporate event,
They didn't know anything.
I mean,
Nothing.
It's just like
nothing.
My 10-year-old niece who doesn't even know what alcohol is could do better. Seriously.
I do believe that. And you know what? It's one thing to complain. It's another thing to complain and then do something about it.
That's right.
So, you know, I don't care if you complain as long as you're like, and now I'm going to do this better.
All right, let's change the winds here. There's some change afoot. Let's play the Holy Night.
Very compelling.
Let's just give you a problem, and then we'll meditate. 1 into a lion.
I assure you that is not an issue.
And then pass it over to you.
Okay. And they're immune to everything but attackies. Mystic abilities, basically. So just spells. Okay, so dice powers can be used there. So I can just 3-frog that one downtown.
The old one was immune.
Yeah. That seems good generally.
Yeah.
All right. Let's use Ramia. Side action. Look at the top 3 of a deck. Okay.
Yakety yak. I love the Holy Night, dude.
I'm going to throw that like that. Okay. And then let's do a little main action here. Now, what are these guys saying? This is why I got to play this a lot. Yeah. Play some cards. This is a kind of a filter situation.
Doing some mental Olympics over there.
The intro. Okay. You gotta look at how this turn's gonna go.
Poorly for someone.
For you.
If you haven't ever taken 5 minutes of your life and watched Bane Cat, it's worth it. Episode 1.
Let's just assume this happens.
Have you happened to have seen the trailer for the upcoming film, The Batman?
No.
It looks awesome.
Don't watch me do this.
Okay.
Let's assume that's going to happen.
I'm not looking. I'm just looking at chat. Gunner representing saying Banecat. Banecat's funny.
Okay, I see. I guess I can't just change those as I like. So that...
It doesn't matter if I see it. I don't know what cards cost.
Oh, come on.
Once you add the illusion die, I don't even know that it exists. It's like John Cena.
John Cena.
Speaking of John Cena, that's where I saw the Batman trailer at the I was watching Suicide Squad.
All right, in Sussarana, we're going to invoke our ancestors here. We're going to spin these 3. These 3 dice here. I'm going to make those.
There go those Leafs.
Yeah. Yeah. And then we're going to put in 2 of our ancestor spirits here.
Okay, it's almost a full battlefield.
That's right. But it's a good one.
Those guys are good.
Comes into play, draw a card, place a card on the bottom. Yep. And then draw a card, place a card on the bottom. That's right. Bada boom. Okay. Everybody, you Kent.
Last time I blew up the ancestral army, and then you just got it back with a goat. It was very devastating.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's the goats. Yeah, you can always...
Yeah, the goat power. Don't like that.
You can always get them back is the problem with the goat.
Don't like that. All right, let's just threaten. Make it do something. Yakety yak. It's a lot of beef.
You doing things on purpose this game?
Yeah, that's the goal.
Okay. I've been working on that myself.
I see.
You know, there's 2 types of card the card game players that have to have everything in a nice little...
Summon Dread Wraith.
Yeah.
Nice and neat and organized.
Nice and neat.
I'm that way about some things, but not all of them. Like my dice will be facing funny directions and it'll get to you.
Yeah, that does happen. All right, I'm going to swing both of these at Odette there. Just try to send 4 into the party.
Really?
Yeah. It's worth Holy Night for sure. I mean,
yeah, I'm not. I'll take 4.
All right.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah. Keep a blocker up here, you know?
Yeah, I like it.
Blow it up if you feel the need.
We like the stock. All right, mine?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and play a small sacrifice.
How small is it?
Tiny. I'm telling you, that Daiquiri's on a new level today.
It's good, isn't it?
The citrus could also just be different.
It's always the citrus. It always changes. Let's side action Changing Winds. No. Let's side action Ramia, because I'm playing this game well now. Oh, so smart. I'm such a smart person. That was the right decision. That's the way the deck's supposed to play. And then let's main action Frostbite.
Now you don't look.
No look skis. No look skis. Sound sounded good, man. I was watching you yesterday. It sounded good. It gave me a lot of confidence. Even your ghostly voice was captured effectively.
Yep. Well, that's good. We've arrived.
The loudest whisper in Tulsa.
I can't be ready for that.
This is why I like to keep you off guard.
Yeah,
To keep you shifting on the, there's no stable ground. Through the power of humor.
Interesting. Okay. I will summon a Dread Ray.
There it is. The boy's back. Okay, let's side action Changing Winds here. Change a die, however you like. I'm going to change this to a wolf. Changing Winds, and then I'm going to draw a card. And then main action, I'm going to play Frostbite.
Oof. That's crazy town.
Yeah. Josiah said to dig for it, and I did.
That is insane.
And I'm happy about it.
That's a problem.
Might find another one.
I see the goal of that deck.
Yeah, maybe 3. I mean, I don't know. 3 damage a turn seems to be okay.
Go Rose.
I like how natural it is to put these ancestor spirits on the right sides here. Although, suspending my disbelief is difficult here, because one of these has a spear and a sword in the Ancestral Army card. A spear and a shield. One of them has this sweet, like, chain weapon. And I wish that...
Either of them had it, yeah.
But I think the idea is that there's, like, 4 ancestors. You know, it's like an army. But, like, some alt-art ancestor spirits that, like, yeah, that'd be cool.
That'd be cool.
Anybody out there listening?
No. It's one of the unique charms of our show. Why not? I say.
Yeah, why not?
I too can have nice things.
Yeah, beef up.
Let's just see how you play it. I'm gonna play a Grave Knight.
Okay. The big boy.
And then I'll meditate into a goat.
Ooh, Sword of Virtue out.
Not worth it.
Love it. Well. Wellickers. Okay. I'll play. Must be blocked if able, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Kind of a waste of time. Destroys a unit. Deal a damage. What the heck?
Overkill.
Overkill indeed.
Super hot. It looks like he's holding that basic die symbol.
I'm gonna...
You see that? Look at that. Doesn't it look like he's holding it?
He does. Yes, it does. It's very nice. Maybe by design. I'm gonna frostbite 1 to your Grave Knight there.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll not have a side action. Ah, no, I'll Remia. Maybe I'll Remia you. I'll Remia myself.
Benjamin says, I came to drop a like, but my eyes say I should stay for the gorgeous colors.
Yeah, stay on. Stay on. Thanks for dropping that like. Smash that like button, that
That's
bell.
Right. Subscribe.
Ring that bell. You know how it goes. Okay. I'm going to leave them all 3 up. I like them all. I like them all.
I'm gonna use a debt to punch your army.
This one?
Yeah, I'll take 1. Take 2. Call me in the morning.
I take 2
on the army.
on this. All right, I'm gonna respond. I'm gonna summon some Sleeping Widows here.
Yep. Over to you.
Okay. You Grave Knight, you Odette. Block Grave Knight, you Holy Knight. That's fine. Swing here.
Block.
Yeah.
Take deuce. Mine.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna spend this. Do a damage to my Dread Wraith to do damage to your Widow.
No.
Powerful, yeah.
Is that it?
That's my action.
That was your action?
Mm-hmm. Charge up my Dread Wraith. It's like Hulk Hogan in here. I need an altar Dread Wraith. This Hulk Hogan.
Let me side action Remia on your deck there.
3?
Yeah.
Almost doesn't seem fair.
I can put these on the bottom as well. No, I just put them in the order of my choice. Okay, so you're going to have these things. You're going to have a Light Swordsman. I probably shouldn't tell you. I was telling the stream, though.
Nick Conley says that was a great attack.
Ooh, gross. Hold on a second. I can spend a basic to put something on bottom. Ah, that's tempting.
Is that a meteor?
Yeah.
I need my meteor. Ah.
It's very tempting.
First action, clear the board. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of want me to do it, though, right?
Yeah, kind of. All right. Cool.
That's so powerful.
Good to know.
Just knowing 3 of my cards next round.
Just knowing.
Ugh.
Just knowing. No main action. I'll go. If you want to go, I'll go.
No man, eh?
I'll stay on Wolves.
What are you doing with 2 wolves?
2 Wolf Moon. Whatever that was. Remember that? It's kind of a thing for a while. Maybe it's still a thing. I don't know.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but it's cool.
It's like wolves howling at the moon. It's kind of like lame, but then it became cool on the shirts. 3 Wolf Moon, maybe was that what it was the internet before the internet was ruined.
Well, I just think this is the opportunity. I'll swing for 3, 4, 5, 9 on Remia.
All right. Shadow Guard.
You got it.
And then...
Must be blocked available.
There you go. Block that one.
All right, you take 3, 4, 5, and then 1 overkill.
Take 5, 1 overkill.
So 6. For those doing math at home.
Thanks. Okay. Passy, passy.
That's over to you.
Passy, passy.
All right, I will also pass.
Okay.
So that was an interesting exchange.
Not terrible.
You did 1 extra damage. You have 2 frostbites out, most notably.
Frostbites in the house.
You also know what's in my hand.
That's right.
Mostly.
You're about to see about some frostbites.
Am I going to keep you? Yeah, I think so. All right, let's see what we get. Okay. Wow, that was a good hand. Correct. Huh. It's kind of interesting. On the one hand, Meteor clears your board.
Come on in, man.
On another hand, you have 1 board slot left. And if I clear your board, you're just going to play another Ancestral Army and get those guys back. So that seems like a waste of time.
I mean, if I have another one, I don't. I mean, I'd have to goad into it.
But like right now, you have 1 battlefield slot, which I kind of am
Come on in.
happy about. Oh, man, that's tough. Let's start here. Let's summon my boy. Dreadwraith number 2.
My boy, Mr. Dread.
And then, I'll meditate into a lion.
Blood chains on a blue vein.
Tim says my dice are so loud, just thinks when I shake them. Hopefully it is just when I'm really going for it. What up, La Est Anteria 83? Hola.
These are all good. I like all of these cards.
I always love the Dreadwraiths, like on either side of a single character. It's a very visually stunning moment.
Stunning. It's stunning.
While you figure that out, I'm gonna brush your teeth.
Sure. I'm gonna get value. I'm looking for value. I've got so much of it.
Play the good cards.
I'm gonna play the good cards. That's my plan. Yeah, I think we're gonna exhaust that. And then that's gonna get really good. Alright, I'm gonna side action Ramia. Until Zach it happened. Tell him the truth. Hammer Knight could solve my Dreadwraith problem. But Molten Gold at this point, so Zach's at 7, he's got a heal. He goes to 5. 6, 7. I can go to 10 with Molten Gold this turn. And have 8 in as well. Man, I think direct damage is going to get right through. I think it's the time to go here. I like this very much. I like this very much. I'll leave this on top. I'll have another Molten Gold coming through at the top of the round next turn. So now I've got 4 damage, plus Frostbite, 6, plus 2 more Frostbite is 8. So 10, really, over the course of this turn and then the top of next turn. So I just need to ping in some damage. I don't want to lose track of the board here either. I got Figures in the Fog is going to help me stall. Rosefire is going to help me stall. I'm going to summon Spectral on top of Rosefire. So that's going to be good. We've got 2 here. We can also hit a guard out of nowhere. Frostfang can't come in if I do the Molten Gold play. But I can adapt as needed to that. I like this deck, Josiah. It's good. Okay. What is this? Yeah. So I'm going to go Molten Gold, and then I'm going to leave Hammer Knight on top as well. So I'm going to have Hammer Knight in hand. Goat, Leaf, and Wardrobe there. So we can do that for sure. Changing Winds up to a Frog. Yeah, we're in a good spot here. I feel very solid about this. We know we've got a heal coming in. We know we've got a side action 2/1 that can snipe a unit off the board, but I don't really think that's going to be terrifying. So my main here is actually, I'm just going to threaten. I think I threaten damage here. I think I just swing at Holy Knight. Do 2. Then I can come around on a Frostbite if needed, or just a Frog if needed. Hit Holy Knight. Not Frostbite, but the Frog Dice Power would do it. So I think that gets in Odette block. I can also long game it here, but I know he's got Meteor in hand, so I want to get some value out of these units before it gets too bad. If I also put 2 on Holy Knight now, the Meteor gets way less enticing. Fascinating stuff. And I think I'll save Rosefire for a big Dreadwraith if possible. I think he's going to try to get one big. Huh. I feel very positive about this. That's usually when things go sideways. And I don't really want Rosefire to get wrecked by Meteor. What's up, David? Hey, good to see you, David Vetchel there. Yeah, Love Letter's way more of a break than Ashes. Ashes is a different brain burner. It's a different kind of brain problem. Van, did I go to Dallas? I did not go to Dallas for the Fab event. No, I was in Dallas, but I was not playing Fab while I was there. I was eating in and out, let me tell you. I'm going to swing 2 on the Holy Knight here as the main action. So I used Ramia on my deck, and then I'm going to go 2 to the Holy Knight. Chomp, chomp.
It's interesting, dude.
Yeah.
No side action left.
Nope.
Huh.
Just get some chompers.
I will allow you to attack it and not counter.
All right. Sounds good.
Take my deuces.
Over to you.
You ever do something?
Mm-mm. No, never.
And then
always just rock solid decision making. Never do I waver.
I do. But I think I'm fine. I think I'm fine.
It's Nick Conley all over again, man.
Yeah, I'm just feeling my way through these things. Not ideal.
You know.
All right, let's take a side action and heal. Let's remember that 2 damage.
There we go, yeah. Okay, there they go.
Yeah, and then main action, let's think about this. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. It's fine. We'll play a Drain Vitality.
Drained.
Spinning a basic, and that's my main action.
Right
So that lets me ping something and then remove a wound from something.
Right on, yeah. All right, Ancestor's Prayer for 2 on the Holy Night.
Yeah, you're just gonna keep doing it. And then
I'm definitely gonna try to keep doing it.
You got that Mist Typhoon. I know.
Well, I might.
I know what's going on here.
I could have anything. I mean, I don't know what I've got.
I don't like it.
I don't know what I got.
Mist Typhoon's 1 to all my units.
Yeah, I think it's 1 to everything.
Yeah. Can you check and see on the
I
card?
don't know. Maybe yours. I don't know whose it is. But
1 to all my units, not yours.
Yeah,
Yeah,
anybody could have it. Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't target, so it gets around the Holy Night. So
it doesn't target. Yeah. Also, there are things that aren't spells that can potentially do something about the Holy Night as well, like that frog die, for instance. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and you have your side action free now.
It is free now. Yes.
Yeah. So I'm gonna block with that.
Okay, you got it.
But last time you'd used your side action.
It was already gone.
So it was a safer play for me.
It was gone before it was here. And then I'm going to, side action here, I'm going to draw a card and change a die here.
Okay.
And change this up to a frog, just to get ready for the party there, and draw that.
All right. Mine?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to make a small sacrifice. We're going to do a damage to this here, Dread Wraith. And then I'll do 1 damage to this.
The Spirit.
Yeah.
All right. There it goes.
We'll see if you got spiders or not.
No spideys.
All right, great.
No spideys.
So, because you have that Ancestor Army, it's like you can only have 2 spirits out.
Yeah.
And you only have 4 slots. So, like, getting some exhausted stuff here and having half the Ancestor spirits on the table is like, it's weird. Normally, Meteor would be a great option.
That's true.
Not in this match.
But now,
Ben asking if your spiders have the death touch. I don't think so.
No, they don't. We would like that, though. We would like that.
Yeah. Poison, like if it hits it, it dies. They've got the touch.
I kind of feel like I need to put a unit out,
Yeah, I mean, you're just looking at 7 damage floating currently. It's probably not that big of a deal.
Yeah, not a big deal. Not a big deal. Well, we gotta get some action here somewhere, don't we? We gotta do something. I can always just hit a little frostbite, start poking around a little bit.
I mean, you could easily. You can't frostbite my Holy Knight. That's interesting.
No, I cannot.
Not while she's ready. Yeah, that's something else. She's something special.
Cannot do that. Well, is there a rule? I've heard about rules where
getting into some deep stuff now.
As far as like, hold on, I gotta look this up.
Need me to leave again?
No.
You can ask chat.
No.
Nick will be right here on the case.
No.
All right. I'm
okay,
curious.
That's right.
If you're watching this now or later, either way, how often are you playing Ashes? If you play, assuming you play the game, and how many people are here watching that don't even own Ashes? I would be very curious to know those numbers. If you're watching it later, you got to leave a YouTube comment. That's how we get you.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
You found that so quick.
I'm a
Benjamin Lyons. I've heard about rules. What I say every time to the authorities. Antonio owns Ashes but has never played.
Okay.
Rafflecopter does not even own Ashes. Rand Roberstein plays once a week, I assume in the league. Matt B says, I do not own it, but I played on an Ash Techie. Benjamin Lyons does not own it, but just likes watching us play it.
Oh, that's very nice.
That's amazing.
Very nice.
Josh says, I'm playing about every other week. Once a few things are ironed out, hopefully it should be weekly. Nice. Sorry to hear that, Dominic, saying he owns it, but has played it only a couple times. Too busy.
All right, we're playing a Rosefire Dancer. Hold me closer.
Ooh.
And then we're going to side action exhaust that Holy Night there. It's not a spell there.
Well, I'll be.
I tried everything I could think of, and it still didn't work, so may as well
Okay.
go with the next option here.
That Rosefire Dancer is something special.
Hold me closer, Rosefire Dancer. Side action, why not take a look? Let's take a look, man.
I appreciate that, William. Says doesn't own it either, but he's here for the great content.
I'm going to take a look at my top 3. I don't think they've... yeah, I like that. Okay, good.
Mine, eh?
Yeah. You went first, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
We're bad at token flipping. Hey, we're getting raided again. This happens all the time. Welcome, raiders. We're getting raided on Twitch.
Yeah, it always happens to Ashes, too. That time you were gone and it got dumped on by the Crokinole players.
I think there's somebody who streams about this time that also knows or streams Ashes. Something like that.
That makes sense, because it's consistently happening.
I don't know. I think we're supposed to like emote a lot and get really like, but
That's
just,
not...
we're glad you're here. Welcome, everybody.
That's really not... What do you say?
Air horns.
Air horns and stuff.
Whoa.
That's the idea. Well, you're on the wrong stream.
It's really fascinating. You have so many dice left.
Nothing but dice. Yeah, where did you spend all your dice? I have no idea.
I have no idea either.
What have I accomplished with all these dice?
It reminds me of that meme with the guy
There's
who's
one unit missing here. What are you
standing by himself in the pool? What am I doing?
Where have they all gone? Where have they all gone?
Oh, man. No, I got a Dread Wraith for 3. I healed for 2.
Right on. Yeah.
I played a spell.
You goated, yeah. You did some goats. Yeah.
Oh, man. Let me think about this. So, I like you having 3 of 4 spots on your battlefield.
That's right. Not a great meteor then, so don't do that.
No, not meteoring.
Unless you want to.
I don't.
Come on in, man. I got plenty of mic to play.
Yeah, no thanks. So I'm just going to swing at you for 2. So take it nice and easy.
2.
Yeah, gentleman's game here.
The gentleman's swing right there, yeah. The classic swing.
Fisticuffs.
Oh, I don't know.
It's now or never for that big old reaction drop.
For a 2, I'm not doing anything.
I know, that's why I left it at a 2.
I'm doing nothing on a 2 here.
Just want to poke.
No, I have nothing. I have no issue with that.
Take 2.
No,
Call me in the morning.
Taking 2 and calling you, of course.
1-800-doctor.
Taking 2. Okay. Over to me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here we are. What are you gonna do? You got that side action, that one guy. You know, I know. That's
what are you talking about?
I know that's coming.
I don't know. Maybe he has quick strike.
He does.
Or she.
He does. He or she does.
Light swordsman. I love the light swordsman. Anytime you add like galactic stars to clothing patterns,
I know. Yeah, sign me up.
I'm in.
Somehow this was the one thing I took.
Yeah, I mean it's in Skytier too. The Neptune characters they did like that.
Yeah, it was Dan that did that. He put that one in himself.
So kidnap yourself, dude.
Well, I can definitely waste time more effectively than you can.
Yeah, you can.
For sure.
Got them frostbites. Poke.
Yeah, so we're going to start on that train now.
What up, Brad?
I'm going to spend 1 on Frostbite to do 1 damage to your Phoenixborn.
Mm-hmm. Powerful stuff.
The commentary is outstanding.
It reminds me of what's the character from Thor Ragnarok? Jeff Goldblum's character.
Oh man, the Collector.
Is
it the Collector?
No, it's not the
No,
Collector.
it's the other guy.
The Grand
Master.
Master.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Powerful stuff. Very flat.
1, 2, 3, 4.
It's so good. Oh man. Okay.
I'm gonna do it again next turn unless you do something else, of course. Hot tip.
Just keep poking me. Yeah.
Hot tip.
I do get it.
'Knight to E7. Like you said, when you're playing Bravo, Flesh and Blood, it's about patience.
Yeah. It's all about patience.
It's easy to be patient when you feel like you're ahead. But feelings can be wrong.
Yeah, I don't feel behind 100%.
Yeah.
Just depends on what you do with your mound of dice.
With these 5 cards and 7 dice.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Come in for 2 more if you want, man. Open arms.
I will. I think.
Okay.
Swing here for 2.
All right. I'm gonna react with the old Shadow Guard there, but
There
I'm
he
not
is.
gonna block.
All right. Take it 2.
I'm gonna take it 2. Let's see what kind of reactions you've got, Lion Man.
Okay. I'll pass my set action.
All right, 3 to your Phoenixborn there.
You got it. Now I have you right where I want you.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Mm-hmm. It is interesting.
Look at Ryan Roper here. Highly encourage everyone who owns Ashes but hasn't played to join the TC Discord.
It's a great.
It's not even coming from us. This is a genuine testimonial.
He streams his Ashes and Flesh and Blood leagues every week.
Yeah, we retweeted one recently.
Who's behind that?
I have no idea. It wasn't you?
No, sure wasn't. Man, there's just choices here. Your battlefield's full.
It's full up.
You ain't doing nothing.
I can do nothing.
Just nothing.
There's nothing I can do. That's right.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that a lot. I don't like that Rosefire Dancer, though. I'm going to be honest.
Well,
it's probably the most annoying thing you played so far.
But it's exhausted, so it's not annoying.
For
at
now.
all. It's blank.
I need, like, that steady gaze.
You gonna do it again? You that worried about it? No.
What's your total health? 20? Jeez.
20, yeah, I got the beef. I got a lot. I've got just tons to work through over here.
It's weirdly nuanced. I can destroy so many of your units, it'd make your head spin. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I hope it works out. Ultimately, I hope that's the right thing to do.
I mean, I feel like if I clear your board, it doesn't go well for me.
I could probably play something else. I can definitely goat into something. We know that.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, I could too.
You get a goat, you get a goat.
We all get goats.
You gonna play that Hammer Knight or something? We know you got some beef in there. Is he in the discard pile?
No.
He or she? Hammer Knight's
The Dread Knight's over there, but you got to have the
Grave Knight there.
the Grave Knight.
You gotta have more goats.
Yeah, only got 1 goat.
Add more bulls.
Brad asking about the Discord link. So we'll pop it up on screen. You can also go to teamcovenant.com. Go to the footer. It says Discord.
Or cov.link/Discord.
That also works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any number of ways you might guess to get there, you probably would work.
I am at a point where I have no idea what to do.
Roll the die of fate. Wheel of Fortune. Turn, turn, turn.
Oh my. If I do that.
We were walking in.
It's interesting.
You can pass?
No. Maybe. I don't know yet.
Passing would be very, very interesting, for sure.
I'm almost at the pass stage. Because I have really good dice sitting here.
They are good dice.
I've spent one more than you.
They are good dice.
Your board's full.
It's full.
So even though you could do some shenanigans, you can't play stuff.
Can't play it.
Which I like.
Yeah.
Have I mentioned that?
You like it.
Yeah, we like this stuff.
He definitely likes it. Yeah.
So I'll pass.
All right.
See what you do.
Mm-hmm. Doot 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 doot. What? A lot of things. A lot of options here. A lot of options.
It's like that point in a game of chess, I feel like, where you have to decide.
Yeah, choose.
It's like that moment you're going to have to start trading, and someone's going to come out on top in the end.
That's right.
And I can't quite see who that is.
I'm a Molten Gold, your Phoenix Warp for 3 there.
Get out of here. This is garbage. 3, eh?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm at 16 damage.
Yeah, I like to look at the top of your deck, if I could, please, for 3. Ramia there.
This is awful. This is now really bad. All right, I know what I have to do.
I think I might actually use the ability here.
Ryan Oberstein, I love that Steven, the anti-burn champion, is burning Zach in the face.
Just burns.
I mean, I got my Brennan deck ready to roll.
Call me Admiral.
I'll see you next week.
Burnside.
You better bring the ointment.
The burn cream.
That's right.
I'm gonna put this on the bottom of your deck.
What?
Courtesy of Ramia's ability there.
I would love to know. I'm gonna look at the end of the game.
Okay.
What was so good that you were unwilling to have
I'll
it?
tell you what it was. It's just a contingency.
Mine?
Yeah.
We're gonna play a light swordsman.
There he is.
Swing at you for 2.
Just 2.
Spoken.
Yeah, I'll take 2.
Call me in the morning.
You still have room for beef here too.
I sure do.
I'll try this.
See if we can get some beefertons in here.
I'll try this.
Mm-hmm.
If it goes poorly, it could go poorly. I recognize this, and there's a safer option for me. There is definitely a safer option, but let's see what happens. I'm going to play Summon Spectral Assassin as my side action here. I'm going to pop a Rosefire in hand and put a Spectral Assassin in play. And draw a card. I'm going to swing at you for 2.
What am I supposed to do with that?
I don't know. You have a reaction or something?
No.
All right. Well, then you're going to lose.
Get out of here. That's awful. That's good stuff.
Now, the patience play was not any. It was less that, because I've got Molten Gold in hand off the top from Ramia's ability. So,
but I mean, like, what could go wrong there?
So what I can do instead is I can just pass and have Figures of the Fog. so that if you do pull a secret attacker crazy strategy, I just exhaust and put it back, and then it comes to my turn, and I have Molten Gold for the win.
But I have to actively stop what you're doing there.
You do. Yes, that's right.
So my line here.
You have any tricks there?
Well, I have a Sword of Virtue, which can unfocus and remove all wounds, so I can get a Holy Knight back effectively and get you up to 15 damage.
You've got another ally, right? You got no beef.
You know what I got.
Oh yeah, Meteor, of course. I need that.
But I was assuming you weren't going to be able to basically do any damage there because we're full on the battlefield.
Yeah.
So then it's like maybe one from the Frostbite, which is still a problem because I only have 2 health left. Once you did the Molten Gold.
Yeah. Molten Gold's awful.
Because you're going to go first next round. So all you have to do is 1 and then not lose.
Yeah, right.
Which may be why the Figures in the Fog was the right play.
Yeah, probably. There was that was the riskiest way to do it, I think, for sure.
Would you not get a heal?
I gave you the heal on the bottom. Because I was just thinking, if there is a 3 heal in the deck, and you do have 1 heal in hand in addition to the one that you currently have, and you've got the dice showing here, you could heal your Phoenixborn 2.
Yeah.
Draw up. I do 3, heal your Phoenixborn 2, and then, I'd have to find a more creative way to get in there, which is fascinating. Yeah, Josiah, hopefully that was... do you agree that was the safer move, obviously, was just sticking on Frostbite, etc.? Jason's not a believer in
the Dreadwraith plans.
Yeah. 2 is a lot. 2 is a lot to deal with, man.
The thing about typically, and your deck presents a unique problem for this situation, is like, I had a Meteor clear typical boards here. And that Meteor ends up making my Dreadwraith stronger. So I clear, and you basically can play one thing. Or do one thing. But your deck makes me want to leave the things out.
But it also can be fine with them being stuffed because the Summon Spectral is
so good.
And there was something else in here that makes that okay. I mean, I can Frostbite my stuff off the board too.
Yeah, Spectral's really good for a tight battlefield like that.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Yeah, that was great. It was great. I liked it.
Because as I said, I thought it was a great plan. Always try to close the game out with the burn starting the top of the second round. Yeah, I mean, Molten Gold on round 2 like that is good.
It's so good.
It's really good.
And the thing about Remy, and this is why this deck is so smart, is that you just decide how the game's going, and then you're like, all right, what tools do I need? Being
able to filter your deck so heavily, and also your opponents, and just knowing what they've got.
Yeah.
Incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
Remy is really good.
Yeah, this is great. But people said Remy wasn't any good.
I think she's incredible.
So Josiah said, what's up?
Yeah.
I'm the greatest deck builder this side of the Mississippi.
I think she's super good.
I'm going to make this Remy deck like nothing you've seen before.
Next week, I would like to play my Brennan deck against it.
You want to burn the burn?
I want to see if I can outburn you.
Burn the burn. I wonder what kind of tools. Do I have any anti-burn tools or just burn faster? That's usually how
I don't know if there's ointment in there.
Yeah, right. Get my burn cream.
What up, Anesthesia Cat?
I think against burn, I just try to burn faster because I've got a lot of health. So we'd have a burn off, an old-fashioned burn off.
And by burning?
Yeah, that's right.
Burn to the burn off?
Burny burn off.
Yeah, that's an interesting deck.
So given what you played, Nick, and this, do you change that at all? What changes? Hey, let's zoom into the people here. Get some Dharma transmission.
I think I'm doing less with my first 5 than you need to be doing.
Yeah.
Because essentially, you have the Summon Dreadwraith, and then I've got the 2 support spells, which are fine. But anyone that just has a blow up a big unit moment, and I'm not fully dependent on the Dreadwraith, which is why I obviously have the other beef. But I am essentially trying to get 3 big units out on the first turn.
It's a lot of beef, yeah.
Which a lot of decks can't handle.
Yeah. But the good ones can. We found that out.
Yes.
We have found out the good ones can handle it. They just are beef averse, essentially. It's like, even if you get it, it's like, well, we can deal with this.
Yeah, which makes sense, because we've been playing, and when, like, you played one of the Knights deck early on, there was, like, so much beef.
Yeah, there's so much.
That if your opponent can't just constantly remove. And now my deck is really good against big units.
Yeah.
Because I have lots of ways to just remove a big unit.
So Well, then the question is, what's the weakness? So the strength of big units is usually countering what? Big units are countering what? Other big units?
They can attack or counter other big units.
Yeah.
Especially exhausted ones.
So your idea here is that you're the only one that has big units on the board.
Yeah, because the thing about the Dread Wraith is it's got the 6 health, right? So it can block most units and not die.
Yeah.
And then it just gets stronger. So then you either heal it with Sword of Virtue or blow up their big unit. Fine. Faster also blows up big units. Meteor clears the swarms. But more importantly, Blood Chains? Not Blood Chains. Adrenal Rush. That's the card. So Adrenal Rush lets me damage the Dread Wraith and unfocus it, unexhaust it, as a side action. So what'll normally happen is I'll cover up a 3 or 4 damage attack with the Dread Wraith, do an extra 1 to it, it's unfocused, and swing back for 5 or 6.
Adrenaline Rush Dread Wraith is solid.
Yeah.
What do you use this on? If you have all the beef, this doesn't seem great. Blood Chains. Like a baby Dread Wraith?
You don't use it on a baby Dread Wraith, but so I'm currently also running Light Swordsman and Shield Mage, which are fine things to basically blow up to lock something down.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, your Light Swordsman has Quick Strike to attack something off the board.
Right.
And then it's exhausted. And then if you can also turn that into exhausting something else.
Yeah.
It's very controlling.
It's good.
There are a lot of board states. If you don't have things, like if your opponent isn't throwing a lot of units consistently at you, this just locks them down completely.
Yeah, that's true.
And then Meteor also deals with swarms. It's like the middle list of ranges is the toughest part.
Fair. This is probably the definition. This may be the best mid-range deck in all of Ashes.
Yeah.
Because you can literally filter and find whatever tools you need. You can go big, you can go wide, you can go burn, you can go stall, fatigue.
Yeah, and it's not vomiting units out. It's not like a super wide thing that just gets dunked on by Meteor. But it's also not giant. So you're never investing a ton in your... It's just playing a lot of really efficient
It's just
units.
a lot of tippy-tappies. A lot of pokies. Tippy-tappy.
So I don't know what I changed, but I do think I changed something. But it's also like last week, the deck, or 2 weeks ago, the deck I was playing, it's like you can tell when you're playing a deck that's the first 5 is maximized.
Yeah.
And that the match we played a couple weeks ago, both decks felt that way.
Yeah.
And it was obvious.
Yeah.
It's like you're doing more with 5 cards than I have been doing.
Some people start their entire decks with a combination of 5 cards and then build the deck from there.
It makes sense.
Right.
I think the first 5 is probably the most important part of Ashes.
It really does make sense because you're basically saying I'm playing the, King's Indian Defense or whatever it is, and then you build your game plan from the opening. Yeah, because Ashes is just chess, but pretty.
And more nuance.
More nuance and pretty.
And hidden information and changing
Very beautiful.
pieces. But yeah, I think that's the recognition for me, and maybe it is right that the Dread Wraiths aren't there, but
But you got to make them there. Come on, we're not playing Ashes to fold to these meta proclamations.
That's right.
We're here to play what we like.
Yeah. So I don't know what that answer is, but I do think that when you see a top level deck, their first 5 is doing things. Like when you look at what you did in your first 5.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there. A lot of options too.
And by the end, not only did you set up your options, you knew the 3 cards I was going to get off the top of my deck, and you filtered into whatever it is you wanted.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's very true. It got that frostbite out. Yeah, it's awesome. Well, thanks, Josiah, for the deck. And anybody, if you're looking, you can find our decks that we're playing on these streams. If you go to ashes.live, search Covenant. They'll be there if we remember to make them public, which I forgot to do a few times. But I think they're all square now. So you can find this deck, Josiah, awesome deck built here. Do you have your Odette deck on there?
Yeah, I think so.
Is it? And so Zach's deck is there, Covenant stream, and then anything we played on the streams, you'll find it there. So if you're looking for a place to start, this is a great way to do it.
And don't forget, sign-ups for the 2nd season of our Ashes Discord League.
Please do. Let's pull those cards up.
Let's show them all again.
Let's go Airedale first. Airedale first. So these are only available through the Ashes Discord League. When is that charging this week?
I think next week.
Next week. So
it's soon.
Sign up right now. It costs you nothing.
And it runs
then you'll
September,
get charged automatically.
12 weeks starting the first Wednesday in September. As long as you play 8 of those 12 weeks, it's 8 p.m. Central Time in our Discord channel. You just play 1 game. Show up, play your game. As long as you play 8, you're going to get all of the promos for the season.
And because I spend so much time writing all of these, go to the product and just read it. Because half the people in the world just don't do that, and then they have questions, and I'm like,
or they make really big assumptions.
Hours of my life trying to make this clear, and they, it's just add to cart and go to it, and it's like, well, how does this work? It's like, well, you would know if you read it, but that's just something for me.
Ryan asked him when the first season rewards go out. So hopefully September, but we're still waiting to receive the physical cards, and once we do, those will be going out after that league is finished.
They come to us, we ship them to you. That's what we're waiting on. Noah, we get Noah up here. I love this Noah. This makes me want to play Noah. I play Noah when I get this.
Yeah, he looks awesome. And then, of course...
And the Mist Spirit.
The Mist Spirit.
You got to have the Mist Spirit, of course. Let me get that up. I've seen these Mist Spirits floating around, but you got to love that Mist
Literally.
Spirit.
Get it?
It's like a Jessa Mist Spirit, really. Kind of a dark...
Yeah, like a little evil.
Mysterious.
Like the
two little ones in the back.
The little Mist Spirits.
Creeping around.
Now, those had to be inspired by the things in Princess Mononoke, right? The little head turny things. What are those called? I used to know that. And let's see, while we're here, if you like beautiful games and beautiful things, also don't sleep on the Earthborn Rangers Kickstarter.
Speaking of Mononoke.
So it's very much in the vein of like that kind of beautiful Ashes style. It's a cooperative game, so you could do your competitive with Ashes, then you could go into your cooperative open world card game with Earthborn Rangers. So check that out. We're huge fans of the game. Andrew Navarro, former head of studio at Fantasy Flight, is doing that. And that's running for another week, a little under a week at this point.
I think we're down to 5 or 6 days.
So could not recommend that enough. And I think that's it. We'll see you on the next wild ride. Can't wait. Take care, everybody.